Krukow may very well be looking at his last batter in this game. He has a 3-1 count on Reynolds. If he loses him, Roger Craig may go to the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hammered down the right field line. It is hooking, foul. It is a foul ball down that right field line. There isn't any real estate at all between the foul lines and the stands here at the Astrodome. So that time Reynolds out in front. He was trying to hit what he did last night. That was a drive he hit off of right-hander Mike Lacoste. That was in the third inning of last night's game. His lone hit of the game. It was a double. And Reynolds, who doesn't have a whole lot of pop in his bat in his overall statistics, you know he has burnt the Giants. He has 4 home runs against them. So Krukow now full in the count, 3-2. He looks in. Nods in agreement with the sign from Brennan. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Little looper out into shallow right center. Going at his fire. He can't make the catch. He throws to second base. Not in time. As he went out scampering for that ball, tried to make the over-the-shoulder catch. It took a bounce over his head. He picked it up and tried to throw to second base to Forrest Glenn Davis, who had to watch, and he had gone just about halfway. Watching Spire try to make that valiant effort and catch, but he couldn't come up with it. And Davis almost caught at second base. So that'll be a hit. Runners at first and second. And here comes manager, and the greeting is for Roger Craig after the controversy last night. Roger Craig has Lefferts ready in the bullpen, and it appears that Kelly Downs is also ready. The home plate umpire, John Kibler, the crew chief, coming out to the mound, and right now, with the left-handed batting, Terry Poole coming up. Pitch batting for Heathcock, the pitcher. Roger Craig is going to allow Krukow to stay in the game. 13 for 43 as a pinch hitter. Here's the pitch, and that one sliced foul right over the top of the Giants dugout on the third base side. 0-1 the count. Second and nobody out. Delivers. There's a high bounce to the short. Could be 2. They go to second for 1, and Spire can't get the ball out of his glove. The out will be recorded at second base, but there will be no throw by Spire. And he had a good shot at getting Poole running up that first base line, but lost the handle. So the force out will go 6-4. Retired at second base is Reynolds. Davis goes to third, and Poole, the runner at first. And the batter is Gerald Young. Waiting at the plate. Krukow delivers. The pitch is pop foul left side. He jammed him that time. Right off the thumb. At third, if they can turn 2. And that means they wouldn't have to give up any runs. And the breaking ball is a strike. 0-2. Well, the Giants will also give up that run for 1 out here if they can get the force at second base. They get the double play, they're out of the inning. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, a line drive, base hit to right. Coming in to score is Davis around second, and stopping now is Terry Poole. He blocked, going to third. And Gerald Young on an 0-2 pitch rifled one to right. 4-1, Giants lead. And here comes Roger Craig. He has gone far enough. It's a high fastball, ball 1. Young at first, Terry Poole at second base. Lefferts has the sign. And here's the pitch on its way. Swung on a ground ball, past the bag, fair ball, down into the corner. 1 run will score. Coming around third, coming to the plate is Young. Here's a cutoff throw by Uribe, not in time. It's a 1-run ball game. And into second base goes Dort. of a reliever, and a successful one, is what he does with the first batter he faces. And Bill Dorn hit that one just fair inside of third and past the diving Kevin Mitchell for a double to drive in two. And it didn't hurt the fact that Gerald Young was aboard at first with that great speed, and he just kept motoring. And now with the left-handed batter Denny Walling due up, they're going to go to the switch hitter, the youngster, the rookie, Ken Caminiti. Lefferts delivered, swing and a pop-up in the infield right side. Chris Spire calling for it, and he is now drifting, makes a one-handed catch. As that ball drifted on him, he overran it a little bit. So there are 2 outs of the inning. Lefferts gets the pinch hitter, Caminiti, and the batter will be Alan Ashby. Well, this is where, here's the pitch on its way. Check swing, foul, and the play, that caught a piece of Brennan. And the count is 0-1. Lefferts came over in the foul ground to field that ball because he felt that perhaps it wasn't fouled, but it was. And Bill Dorn had gone to third. The crowd just realizing now what had happened. This awakened the entire crowd. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung out a little looper to right field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Here comes Maldonado. He's going to throw to the plate. It's going to be cut off. No, it goes by Clark. Coming to the score easily is Bill Dorn. And the game is tied at 4. A 2-strike base hit. Alan Ashby has driven in his 10th run of the season from the right side, but right field. Going back is Maldonado, and coming on is Milner. It'll be Milner making the catch, coming over clear from the center field area and cutting in front of Maldonado. Boy, looking out here, it looked like there might be a collision between the two, but thank goodness Maldonado peeked out of the corner of his eye and saw Milner coming and drifted back 2 steps behind him. And the batter will be Terry Poole. So a good play by Milner. Houston plays horrible baseball on the road. 27-41 mark. Giants coming in here 36-33. The Giants play 12 of the last 19 at home. The pitch. Check swing. It's delivered low. Left-handed batting Terry Poole facing Don Robinson. The 2-2 pitch is low and outside, ball 3. In that fateful 7th inning, when 4 runs came across, the Giants had an error in the inning. They couldn't get a double play on a ball that was hit and looked like it could be a double play. Spire couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Here's the pitch, and it's low, ball 4. The Giants also had a walk in that inning. Mitchell, shallow at third. And Robinson works out of the stretch and throws to first base. Poole does not have good speed. The speed is really at the plate in the person of Gerald Young. Robinson comes set. Glances over his shoulder at the runner. And the pitch is low and away, ball 1. A 4-4 tie in the 8th inning. Bottom half. 1 out, runner at first base for the Astros. Robinson fires a strike over to first base to keep Terry Poole close. Poole has tried just 1 stolen base this year. He was caught stealing. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit to left. Poole will stop at second as Aldrete gathers it in and throws it back to the infield. And the Astros are relentless. Aired on the third base line past the diving Kevin Mitchell. He's batting left-handed here. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. 0-1 the count. Bill Dorn having the year of his life offensively. Robinson looks back at the runner at second base and delivers. Check swing, and it's a called strike. 0-2 the count. Also joining in down in the left field bullpen for the Giants. A 2-strike count. And the pitch. Swing and a little fly ball in the left center field. Milner is there waiting for it, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. The runners have to hold. Here's the switch hitting Ken Caminiti. Robinson to the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. It would reduce Houston and San Francisco to jelly. Robinson ready. The 1-strike pitch is low. Gets away from Brenly, but thinking better of running to third was Terry Poole. He took a couple of steps as if he would. He okays it. And the right-hander delivers to the plate. Called strike, a fastball. And the count is 1-2. Scoreboard operator here in Houston, obviously an Astros fan, because he had already put up ball 2. That go-ahead run. They scored 4 in the 7th to tie. We're still tied at 4 with 2 outs. 1-2 count on the hitter with runners at first and second. Robinson delivers. And the pitch is in the dirt. Good save by Brenly. 2-2. In a game like this, you start thinking about a man conspicuous by his absence, and that's Scott Garrelts. The Giants don't have anybody other than Don Robinson as the pure closer. There he is. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Caminiti. And the inning is over. No runs on a hit.
And it does. Robinson around first will go into second. He has a double. Well, we have said to you when the trade was made, as a sidebar, Don Robinson can swing the bat well. In fact, he has been used as a pinch hitter when he is with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he just demonstrated his value there. Reset a sidebar, and right there he doubled in the gap into left center field, and Chris Spire will be coming to the plate here, and his job will be to get Robinson over to third. Spire very good at handling the bat in situations like this. Action in the bullpen. Dave Smith, the right-hander, throwing along with the left-hander Juan Agosto. 4-4 tie. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Davis coming down the line at first base. Spire swings and misses, trying to go to right field. Strike 1. A lot of the times, a manager will give the batter one shot at going to right field and give him 1 strike. And then after that, they'll go ahead and put the bunt on. Let's see if Roger does that. He's around the bunt, and he takes the pitch high and outside, ball 1. 1-1. Well, that is exactly the case. Give you 1 shot at going the other way, and then we're going to do it the way I want it done. Just about the way the managers say that. Give you a chance to get a base hit the other way. Give you a chance to hit one on the ground to get the guy from second over to third, and then we're going to bunt the guy over. Spire around the bunt, and he bunts it back to the pitcher. Anderson throws to third. Alvinson tries in. They've got him. Oh, a close play, and Robinson is out. Anderson getting off the mound in a hurry. Turned and made the throw to third base. Caminiti getting back to the bag in time. So Spire is on with the fielder's choice, and Robinson is out 1-5. Oh, my. The little things, the fundamentals that can win divisions for you, sometimes can cost you a division. And that brings up Kevin Mitchell. We'll keep an eye on Spire. He has a stolen base. Anderson set. Runner does not go, and Kevin Mitchell takes one low and outside, ball 1. Kevin is 1 for 2. He had a 2-run homer in the 5th inning. He now has 19 home runs in the year. He's also stolen 3 bases, which is a career high for him there. Next pitch on the way. Mitchell swings and misses a sweeping curveball, and the count is even up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 4-4 tie. We're in the top of the 9th inning. 1 man gone, and Spire at first base. Kevin with a big hole between first and second. You have Doran near the bag at second base, and Davis holding Spire on at first base. That's how big the opening is there. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and bounced over third, just foul. There for a second, it looked like Kevin Mitchell was going to do the same thing that Bill Doran did in the 7th inning when he shot one just over the bag at third by the third baseman. But this one was fouled by about 1.5 feet. So Spire back to first base. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kevin Mitchell. Giants were leading 4-0. The Astros with 4 runs in the 7th. Ground ball in the hole is short. Up with it is Reynolds. They go to second for 1. That's all they have as they get the force out of Chris Spire. So Kevin Mitchell with a fielder's choice. Spire is out 6-4. And one would have to think, as Friendly comes to the plate, that Kevin Mitchell has 3 stolen bases tonight. Roger may give him a chance to get number 4. Once again, Dave Smith. And Juan Agosto throwing in a bullpen for the Astros. Runner does not go, and Brenly takes one low, ball 1. Brenly 0 for 4. He is struck out, flied out to center, bounced out to third, and he bounced out to second. When he bounced out to second in the 7th inning, it was Bill Doran making a diving stop that prevented a run from scoring. That looms very large here. There's a pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, there are a lot of turning points in this game. Failure of the Giants to turn the double play in the 7th inning when Chris Spire could not get the ball out of his glove at second base. Here's the next pitch. Brenly rolls it foul, wide of third base. 2 balls and a strike. The air to lead the inning off by Kevin Mitchell. If he throws to first base, the Astros score only 2 runs. But that's the thing that makes this game of baseball so great. It didn't happen that way, folks. And that's why we're hooked up at a 4-4 tie. Mitchell with a pretty good lead at first base. Does not go, and Brenly takes the curveball low, and it goes to 3-1. On deck is Candy Maldonado. Scoreboard, I think, is a pitch behind. They have a 2-1 count. It is 3-1. Anderson staring down, now ready. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside, ball 4. And down to first base goes Brenly. And Kevin Mitchell is in scoring position. And coming to the plate now is Candy Maldonado. As we said, Smith is ready in the bullpen. He is just standing.
Now remember, he has had that elbow problem. In fact, he worked Saturday. That's the first time he had worked in 13 days. But nobody's saying much about that elbow down here.
Maldonado waiting. Anderson comes set and now steps off the rubber. Candy has driven in a run in tonight's game, a sacrifice fly in the first inning. And he singled in the 5th inning. So officially he is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Maldonado waiting, and the pitch is low and outside, backhanded by the catcher Reynolds. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Maldonado, you know what he has done because you've seen what he's done at Candlestick Park this year. And with men in scoring position this year, he is a 300 hitter. Maldonado bounces one right back up the middle, and it is fielded by the second baseman. Bases are loaded. They do not have a play, and Candy is on with an infield base hit. Boy, there has been some weak face hits in this ball game. Candy just got a seeing eye job right there, bouncing one back up the middle, his second hit of the game.
And do the Giants now have their #1 hitter coming up?
They have Mike Aldrete coming to the plate. Is he not their leading hitter with men in scoring position as well? He is batting .394 with men in scoring position. He is 1 for 1. And coming out of the dugout is Hal Lanier. And I think Lanier is aware of that. They're going to go to the bullpen, and I'm going to speculate and say they're going to go to the bullpen and bring in the left-hander Augusto. Either that or he's going to go out there and really go over with Anderson as to how they want to pitch to Aldrete. And Lanier is going to leave him in. They're going to leave him in, and Aldrete is going to bat against the right-hander. Against right-handers this year, Aldrete is batting .338. In fact, 35 of his 40 runs have come against right-handed pitching. Giants with bases loaded. 2 men out. We're in the 9th inning. 4-4 tie. Aldrete waiting, and the first pitch. Blow it inside, ball 1. He also has a very good eye, and he is going to make Anderson throw strikes. One ball, no strike. Mitchell coming down the line at third. Next pitch in the dirt. And it is ball 2. Almost gets by the catcher. And you can just feel the tension in both dugouts. This is a 2-game swing. It is the difference between 5.5 games out and 3.5 games out. 2 balls and no strikes. Milner on deck, bases loaded. Aldrete, 1 foot out of the batter's box, now stands in. He's ready. Anderson at the belt, the 2-0 pitch. He is over for a strike, 2-1. Up in the strike zone. Aldrete may not care for the call, but it is a strike nevertheless. And the count is 2-1. Aldrete, a very good 2-strike hitter. Anderson again ready. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away off the hand. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Aldrete. And Aldrete saying something to the home plate umpire, John Kidler. You call that pitch up there a strike, and you forced me to swing at it. 2-2. Game on the line right here. Anderson with the signs from Reynolds, the catcher. He comes set. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the left field line. Aldrete hanging in there tough. Mitchell at third. Bradley at second. Maldonado at first. The Giants, a leadoff double by Robinson, and the Giants not able to capitalize on that just yet. Things very quiet right now in the Giant dugout. In fact, you look over into the Houston dugout, nobody's moving down there, and half of the fans are on their feet. In fact, more than that. In fact, everyone starting to rise to their feet here at the Astrodome. 2-2 pitch. Aldrete lines one down the left field line. Fair ball! Fair ball! Mitchell's going to score. Bradley's going to score. Aldrete goes into second. Maldonado to third. The Giants lead by 2. How about that? How about that? The young man from Stanford. My, what a year he's having. Holy cow. Aldrete comes through again. And with that, there are a lot of fans going to the exit, folks. This looks like Los Angeles in the 7th inning. And coming into pitch now, maybe a batter too late, is the left-hander Juan Augusto. But Mike Aldrete does it again. We said that he is a good 2-strike hitter. Augusto in the game. He has a record of 1-1. Boy, if you like this kind of baseball, folks, stick around. We've got another one coming your way tomorrow.
Boy, the only movement in those two dugouts, as you mentioned, probably the crossing of the fingers. That might have been it.
Augusto, we mentioned, with a record of 1-1. He has a couple of saves. And let's see, for Juan, this is his 19th appearance of the year, and he is going to be facing the left-hander, Eddie Milner. And as I said, when Lanier went to the mound in the 9th inning, they had a chance to let Augusto, the left-hander, pitch to Aldrete and force Roger Craig to make a move. But the right-hander, Anderson, went after Aldrete, and the rest is history. The Giants lead it 6-4.
Ron, the one thing that you and I have talked about so many times on microphone and off, the respect we have for Mike Aldrete and the dangerous element that he brings to the plate, because he isn't the type of guy who is going to try to pull the ball. He uses all the fields, and that was evident right there, and he really nailed that one down that left field line.
And it was fair by only a couple of feet. Here is Milner, and the first pitch to him is over for a call, strike one. In addition to that, Wayne, if you look at all the great hitters throughout the game of baseball, seldom do you find someone who is a dead pull hitter that is always hit for a high average. When you look at the last 2 years, Pete Rose sprays the ball around. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Milner flies one to center field. Easy play for Young. The inning is over. Damage done. Aldrete did it again. And the Giants with 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. And they leave 2. They've stranded 9. And so we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Giants leading the Astros 6-4. In the 9th inning, it'll be Pankovic batting for Reynolds. That is correct, for Reynolds. He is a right-hand hitter, and the first pitch, curveball, over for strike one. Giants lead it by a score of 6-4. 6 runs on 10 hits. The Giants have committed 1 error, and they've left 9 men on base so far in this game. Next pitch swung on, looper to center field. Milner coming in, and he has plenty of time, and he's there to make the play. That is out number 1. And that brings up the right fielder, Kevin Bass. On the mound, Don Robinson. Right-hander builds to the windup, and the pitch is low for ball 1. Kevin Bass, 1 for 2. Takes one way low and inside. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Bass with a double his first time up. Has walked his last 2 times to the plate. 2-0 pitch and away. Swung on and foul straight back to the screen. And the count is 2-1. Big, big game right here for the Giants, as we have said, and it's worth repeating at this stage of the game and this stage of the season, that this really represents a 2-game swing. The difference between being 3.5 in front and 5.5 in front. Robinson ready again. And the 2-1 pitch. Just outside, 3-1. Mike Krukow has pitched for the Giants here this evening, and he really pitched a good ball game. He gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. Next pitch swung on and popped up off of third. Kevin Mitchell giving chase, but that will go back into the crowd. Had that been in Candlestick, that would have been an easy play for Kevin Mitchell. Here in the Astrodome, very close, the playing field very close, off first and third. 1 man gone here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Two pitch and away. Swung on, fly ball to left field. Aldrete drawing a beat on it. He's under it, makes the catch, and 2 men are gone. And the Giants are just 1 out away from being 5.5 games back on top. Lopes will be the next batter. Lopes will be the pinch hitter here in the inning. I don't know about you, Wayne, but my scorecard looks like a chicken walk across it.
I'll tell you what, it's been a wild one.
There's a fastball inside, ball one. It looks like a spring training scorecard. 1 ball, no strikes to Davy Lopes.
But these hits and defensive plays just a little more meaningful.
Here's the 1-0 pitch in the way, and Davy takes one for a strike right around the knees in the outside portion of the plate. And some of the fans behind home plate do not care for the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robinson ready again. And the pitch on the way. In the dirt this time, the count is 2-1.
Nail biter's delight.
I tell you what, if you like baseball, you're not going to get any better than this. Man, these young fellows out there in the field. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Popped up behind second base. Back goes Jose. And he will not be able to make the play. It's going to fall for a base hit. So Lopes keeps the game alive. And that brings up Glenn Davis. This thing's not over with yet. Glenn Davis, the power hitter. So Robinson, down on one knee, tying his shoe. No, he is not praying. He's down on one knee, tying his shoe. And out of the dugout comes Roger Craig, and I'm sure they're going to boo him. Roger Craig out there to the mound, as he is going to talk things over with Robinson. 2 men gone. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Giants are up by 2 runs. Each team now has 10 hits. Roger now going back to the dugout area. And all the infielders, Clark, Spire, Rive, Mitchell around the infield, back at their respective positions. Aldrete, Milner, and Maldonado in the outfield. Friendly behind the plate. The Dodgers have defeated Cincinnati 5-3. So the Giants 1 out away from picking up 2 games. Game on each team. There's a pitch that is low, ball 1. Price starting to throw down in the bullpen for the Giants. Davis is 0 for 4 in the game. He hit a home run in last night's game. He is a good fastball hitter. Robinson checking the runner at first. And the pitch to the plate. Low, ball 2. Also joining the left-hander is John Perlman. Clark playing way behind Lopes at first base. If Lopes wants to steal it, he can have second base. His run does not represent anything. It is the guy at the plate that the Giants are most concerned about. Robinson ready, and the 2-0 pitch. Curveball over for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Davis has hit 4 home runs against the Giants this year. As we said, a very dangerous hitter. And the only thing he's thinking of right now is get a pitch to drive. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit high in the air, but foul down the left field side. And you can just see by the way he is attacking the ball, that is exactly what he's looking for. He is looking for a pitch to hit out of here. Because the cuts that he is taking, he is thinking left field. He is not thinking right field. He is not thinking single. He is thinking home run. 6-4 Giants. Kevin Mitchell on the line at third. Clark very close to the line at first base. Robinson comes set. 2-2 pitch. Lopes going. Pitch blowing outside. Full count, 3-2. Lopes will not be given a stolen base. No contest. As I said, the Giants not concerned at all about him. They want this guy at the plate.
You knew it would come down to a 3-2 pitch, didn't you?
Well, the way it's been going, yeah.
Whoa.
3-2. 2 men gone. Robinson shaking off a pitch. Now time is called, and very wise decision by Friendly. to go out and talk things over. And he went out there and said, big boy, what do you want to throw? That's good enough for me. And with that, he goes right back to the dugout. Friendly with the sign. Val Rosen behind home plate, and I think he has another gray hair, too. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fly ball in left field. This should do it. Aldrete's there. He's got it. The Giants win. They lead by 5.5. Whoa, what a game for San Francisco. Here are the totals in the ball game for the Giants. 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They leave 9 men on base. For the Astros, 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and they strand 13. The winning pitcher, Don Robinson, his record is 10.